One of the key ingredients to happiness is being able to recover from adversity more quickly. So it's not that people who are happy don't respond to adversity. They do. They show an appropriate response to adversity, but they come back down to baseline quickly.
There's no such thing as pleasure without pain, of whatever sort, emotional or otherwise, physical or otherwise. Your nervous system is a differential engine. It looks at differences, it looks at contrast. That's all it cares about. It integrates information by integrating a bunch of little differences and things.
What do you want out of life?
To be successful, to be happy, and to live a long, healthy life.
What's going to make you successful and happy? What will make you feel like you're successful and happy?
Right now, money. Yeah, lots of money.
We're told in our society that the way to be a competent person, the way to be a good person, is to make a lot of money. In the last 50 years, economic growth has gone up a lot. In America, for example, we're about twice as wealthy as we were 50 years ago. But nationally representative surveys of people's happiness show that happiness has remained stagnant. People aren't any happier than they were 50 years ago, even though they're living in a lot bigger houses, they have more cars.
Anybody who says money doesn't buy happiness should go talk to somebody living under a bridge. But anybody who says money buys happiness should go talk to Bill Gates, okay? Neither of those things is actually true. When money buys you out of the burdens of homelessness, of not knowing where your next meal will come from, it changes your happiness dramatically. But once you have basic needs met, more money doesn't seem to buy more happiness. The difference in happiness between a person who earns $5,000 and $50,000 is dramatic. The difference in happiness between a person who earns $50,000 and $50 million is not dramatic.
The idea goes back to this notion of the hedonic treadmill, which says that whatever level of wealth or material goods you have, you adapt to it and you'll always want more. That's what the hedonic treadmill is.
The hedonic adaptation is one of the main enemies of happiness.
Remember Roy Blanchard? He told us earlier of the novelty and the beauty he experiences in nature. Well, Roy's also part of a family that just might be one of the happiest families around. The Blanchards are an extended family of children, siblings, and in-laws. Most live within a few miles of each other. They live modestly and with very little material wealth, but they seem to have plenty of happiness to go around.
In English, somebody tell you something you didn't understand. You say, could you please repeat that again? I didn't understand it. In French, you say, ah. We didn't even have toilet paper. We had to use a Sears catalog.
That's American. Isn't that American? Using the Sears catalog, that's American.
And how often you come together?
Oh, at least once a week.
We were all playmates. Our parents were the playingest people. They played marble with us. We swam every day.
Every afternoon, the whole family would be in the lake swim. All this food right here didn't cost us a penny. We could feed 25 people for nothing. If you got to buy all that, you always got to be rich. But, you know, that's where we live. We call it live off the land. And that one got done. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Enough for one person. My daddy, he was a carpenter. Somebody needs something done, we just put together, we do it.
The dad built a lot of our houses. We didn't hire no plumbers and electricians. The family was able to put the house together.
We studied some of the happiest people, and we found, without exception, that all of them had close, supportive family and friends. That didn't mean that they loved everybody or, you know, they got along with everybody, but what it meant was every one of them had close family and friends.
We make a distinction between two main kinds of goals or values which people might pursue in life. intrinsic goals and extrinsic goals. So extrinsic goals are extrinsic in the sense that they're focused on something external to you. They're focused on rewards, they're focused on praise, they're focused on getting stuff. And the three main examples of extrinsic goals we've looked at in our research are for money, financial success, for image, kind of looking good, having the right appearance, and for status or popularity. Now we contrast those with intrinsic goals. Intrinsic goals are inherently satisfying in and of themselves because they have to do with intrinsic psychological needs that all people have. And the three intrinsic goals which we've studied are goals for personal growth, trying to be who I really am, having close connected relationships with like friends and my loved ones, and then community feeling, which is having a sense of wanting to help the world to be a better place. We found that intrinsic goals are on the exact opposite side of value systems compared to extrinsic goals. Okay, they're in opposition with each other. The other thing we know from decades of research at this point is that people who were more oriented towards money and status and image were reporting less satisfaction with their lives. They were more depressed, more anxious. We found that they felt less vital, less sort of energized in their day-to-day life. On the other hand, intrinsically oriented people were more happy. They were reporting more vitality, less depression, less anxiety.